Hello world, it's Kurtis Potter with Boundless Inspiration. We're doing a series on intentional relationships. Again, I just want to thank the person that asked me to do a video or two on relationships. The person was pretty vague, and I think they just was struggling in their relationship or maybe looking for the next relationship, so asked me to do a video on it. I don't think they realized that I was going to do so many videos on relationships. But when I really started to think about it and research and just kind of think about all the different relationships I have, I really don't think it just a relationship with the person you're in has the effect on that relationship. See, I think that in life, I know at least for me, I don't know about you, but I didn't realize how all these different variables actually had an effect on my relationship, right? So when I go speak to the children in the youth correctional facilities here in Indiana, I always started off with life is like a puzzle. You know, I don't know about you, but me and anybody I've seen put a puzzle together, they always start with the outside edges because it seems like it's the easiest, right? And imagine if you didn't have that picture on that puzzle. You know, you use the picture on the board or the box, as kind of like a reference for you to kind of like, oh, I got this piece. Where does it go? Let's look at the puzzle. It kind of looks like it goes over here, right? But you start on all the outside edges, and then you kind of work your way in. You put the easiest pieces together, the ones that make the most sense, the one that you can see with your eyes, right? But as you get closer and closer to the end, all the pieces start to come together. And then it's almost like the more mature you get in your life, or the closer you get towards the end, you look back and you're like, okay, I understand why these pieces went there, right? And just imagine if you was putting a puzzle together and you had a couple pieces or even just one piece missing, right? It just couldn't complete the puzzle. Whereas in your life, all these variables, all these situations, all these opportunities, all these different things that happen in your life, they have to happen for that end result. And just like in your relationship, say if it is like your intention was all about the relationship with your spouse, significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever. But what I've realized is all the outside pieces had just as big of an effect on my relationship than the actual relationship itself. So I've done a couple videos on these relationships, and it's like, you know, if for instance, the animals, if you're snapping on your animal, if you're snapping on your kid, if you're snapping on your employees, if you're snapping in short with all these people, chances are you are with them too. If you're neglecting your animals, I'm just willing to bet that there's parts of your relationship that you're neglecting, right? So today I'm doing a video on exercising, okay? Because this is the relationship with your body. Now I want you to see this. It is 5 a.m., well, just a little bit after 5 a.m. Eastern time. Guess it doesn't matter, but it's 5 a.m. And that means I've already gotten ready for work. I did my time with God, my meditation, made my hair look pretty, brushed my teeth, all that kind of stuff. So I set my alarm for 4, right? And I don't wake up at 4 and I'm like, man, I'm so glad my alarm's going off at 4 a.m. It's just a decision. It's about being intentional. And really it was because I had made a choice that I wanted to have an intentional relationship with my body, because I'm actually starting work at 6 a.m. this morning. I got some stuff to do before I even go out on job sites. So last night, I had to be intentional about what time I was setting my alarm. And when I got up, my coffee pot was already going. I was ready to go so that I could be intentional and still achieve the things that I wanted today. Because see, if you just allow life to happen, then it's going to happen however it plays out. But if you're intentional about it, then you could dictate your life. Now you're going to always have curveballs are going to come in, and it just happens. But if you're intentional about it, you can more manage the direction of your life. So for me, it really when I've always been physically fit and just kind of active, but it was when I saw my dad in the hospital for the third time. 2 of the times he had those heart attacks, and it was on that table, or maybe not even a heart attack, but just getting a stent put in his heart. And I remember the first 2 times as a kid, the doctor was like, we've got pretty good hopes for getting him through this surgery. We're really positive, and we're just going into this thinking, he's going to get through this. And I remember that, thinking like because it kind of gave us, everyone in the waiting room, some hope, like, it's going to be okay. I remember the third time he was in there, the doctors came out and said, look, it's not looking good. And just so you never look back and have that regret, we actually suggest that you maybe tell him your last goodbyes just in case he doesn't pull through this. And I remember the effect that it had on me as a child. And I knew that not even once I had kids, but right at that moment, I had decided that I was never going to allow my kids to have that feeling if I could control it, right? Things happen, you can have heart attacks because of stress. So, if I would have kept down the journey of being in a job that I hated and not having a good relationship with my money or my spouse and stuff like that, all those stresses could cause me a heart attack as well. But I knew that the way he ate, smoking cigarettes, and never exercises was one of the biggest reasons why he was on that hospital bed. So from that moment forward, because it had such an effect on me, I decided that's not going to be me. So there's days like I'm actually working out this morning, and there's days where I just push my body and it hurts. It's not enjoyable. The other morning I ran at 3.5 miles before 6 a.m. and I remember my knees were aching. Later that day, my back was kind of hurting. And then, normally you're sore the day after, and the third day is actually the sorest day. And I remember my legs just hurting. I was like, dude, why did I do that? But see, the thing is when I went on this journey of exercising, it's been about 45, 60 days ago when I was like, you know what, I'm really getting back in my regimen of working out, because I was starting to get sluggish. I was getting that dad bod, I was getting that belly on me, and it's all right. Yeah, I'm not judging anybody for their weight or anything like that. But I know for me, it was just that I was wrestling with my son. He's 3.5, and he's like full-time WWE, always wanting to wrestle. And I just realized I was getting tired a lot easier. I was just kind of wanting to chill a lot more. I just didn't have the energy that I wanted to have. And see, there's this misconception that you're like, and I've had it before where I was like, you know what, if I work out, then I'm going to use up that energy that I have, and I only have this little bit of energy. But see, that's a misconception, because if you actually exercise, and that's just elevate your heart. So you don't have to go all hardcore like some of these people in the gym, like sometimes I do. You don't even have to do that. If you just elevate your heart rate for 30 minutes a day, so that could mean just speed walking. That could mean just doing jumping jacks. Like even if you're not really trying to be working out every single day, if you're pushing that vacuum, let's increase the speed a little bit. And then that way you can elevate your heart just enough to where you can add years to your life. They say, studies show that if you elevate your heart at least 30 minutes a day for, I think it said 4 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week, you can add 7 years to your life. And see, the thing is like, I look at my grandparents and I'm just like, man, you know what? Just like any of us, people that's passed, I'm like, I wish I could have got a little bit more time with that relative. What could you do if you added 7 more years to your life? What could you do if you was a little bit more intentional with your relationship with your body? You know what? I'm so proud of my dad because this third time on the table, he stopped smoking. Right? He'd been smoking like 45 years, I think. 40 years, back in the day, they'd hand their kids a cigarette when they was like 6. You could take a shot of whiskey or whatever, when they're young. You see kids running around with a beer in their hand. And, it was no big deal. So he started out smoking really young. So for anybody that's like, you know what, I can't stop. Well, even studies show that if you exercise, it helps you stop smoking cigarettes. So it's like a double effect on the amount of years you're going to put on your life, the energy that you're going to have, and then even on the financial side, stopping smoking cigarettes, that's going to put more money in your pocket. And I was just talking to somebody the other day about how a friend of mine, him and his wife were both smoking almost 2 packs a piece a day, right? That's like $10 a day. So he had talked with his wife and he had agreed with her that if he stopped smoking, he could put that same amount of money into a motorcycle, and then they were going to split the tax check between them, and he ended up getting him a used Harley. So he had given up a bad habit that he had, and it added years to his life, and he was able to get a motorcycle because of it. So today, this video on being intentional with your body, you'll feel better, you'll have more confidence, you'll help your blood sugar levels, minimize the chance of cancer, minimize the chance of heart attacks, and overall, you'll just feel better. You'll be more confident. So even for me, I feel better in my body, not as like because I care what anybody else thinks, but just the strength that I have from this 60-day straight workout and the confidence that I'm taking into anything, it just overflows into other areas of your life. So if you just start with maybe this one thing of exercising, next thing you know, you're going to have more energy into your job, and your job's going to turn around. You have more confidence that you can control your mind enough to work out on these machines that can take you into your finances. Like I'm going to be in control of my finances, which I'm going to play a video tomorrow, the next day, about the finances. So today I invite you, just try for 21 days. They say it takes 21 days to form a habit. So make the decision, I'm going to elevate my heart rate for 21 days straight. Even if that's just doing jumping jacks, running in place, speed walking down the street. You know what? Winter's coming. I don't know, everyone watching this video, like my people down in Florida, they may not have to shovel snow, but we're going to be shoveling snow here soon. So there might be a day where we get so much snow, I'm just going to spend 30 minutes shoveling snow, and it's going to elevate my heart rate because I'm going to go as fast as I can. I'm going to push my body as hard as I can and just elevate that heart rate. Hey, you know what? For some, this is from my mature viewers. They say sex is one of the best exercises. So you know what? If you just don't feel like working out today, but you feel like having sex, just be like, hey, men get on top, women get on top, and just go ham, because I'm sure your spouse is going to love it too. It's going to benefit both of you. It's probably going to benefit your relationship. Heck, you may just say, hey, for 21 days straight, I'm going to put it on them. Imagine how that would change your health and your relationship. Again, that's for my mature viewers. So today, I just invite you, take control of your life. We're all working together, just taking steps. Because see, like, you know, even the smallest of kid that can just barely take steps, eventually they're going to be across the room, just taking one step at a time. You know, just take some little steps. Start off by every day making your bed. You know, do that for 21 days straight. 21 days of brushing your teeth in the morning and in the evening. I don't know. 21 days straight of just reading 20 minutes a day out of a book. In today's series on relationships, intentional with your body, 21 days of just increasing your heart rate for 30 minutes and see how big of an effect that has on your life. If you know somebody needed to hear this, or you needed to hear it, and it just really is giving you the motivation, because I know you can do it. If you're watching this video, you know you can do it. And if it's affecting you at all in your heart, in your mind, then you know that you want and need to do it, and you can do it. I have faith in you. You're strong. You're stronger than you believe. You've gotten to this far before. You may even look back and be like, you know what? I used to be that person that exercised, and I was in great shape, and I loved it, and I felt amazing, and I was confident. Do it again. Pick yourself up. Do it with me, because I'm not going to stop. I'm rocking out the rest of this year, getting in the best shape of my life, and I'm on this goal of really becoming the best physical and just overall version of myself. So I'm going to keep my workout going, because I remember all the times when I stopped working out. Actually, I have back problems, and they say that if you strengthen the muscles around any part of your body that's aching, then it doesn't ache as much. And I can testify to that. I almost broke my back. If you look at some of my x-rays from 2007, it was bad. The best back doctor in Indiana told me at the Spine Institute Technology, you'll never be able to hold your grandchildren. I used to take 200 Norco 10 Vicodins a month, and then I strengthened my core. And now I've taken 2 Vicodin in 5 years. You can heal your own body. And it all starts with getting some exercise. Please like, share, comment, tag somebody if you want to. You know what? If you want a workout partner and you're like, you know what? I know Thanksgiving's coming next week and we're going to eat a bunch of bad stuff. Let's go ahead and start now and work out all week. And then you know what? I'm going to eat that stuff because it's so delicious on Thanksgiving. That's all right. You know what? Even if you go on a diet, have a cheat day. You know what? For you, it might have to be a cheat weekend, but I do not recommend that. Have a cheat day. So you know what? Thursday, it's going to be a cheat day. We're going to eat all we can, and then we're going to give our leftovers away, unless it's the healthy ones. You know what? Send all those desserts home with people just so you don't get tempted, and then go back on your diet. Every Sunday, whatever, every Saturday, whatever day you choose, have a cheat day. Because we're not robots, and we can't just, be perfect. So have a cheat day. Be on your diet. I haven't drank soda in like 90 days. And it's been hard. There's been times where I'm like, man, I just would love a soda. But you know what? I made a decision, and I feel amazing. So you know what? I'm telling you this, not to be up higher than anyone. It's just to tell you that you can do it as well. Go ahead in the comment section. Give me a story of a time where you actually turned yourself around and had some excellent workout habits when you didn't think you could. Or you know what? Tag somebody that you want to be your workout partner and say, hey, let's do this together. Give me some feedback. Give me some love. Help out somebody that you may know that I don't, that maybe subconsciously they've been trying to get that little push to put 30 minutes or more of exercise in their life. Go ahead and share it, because that's the only way they can see it. Every day we're getting a step closer to being boundless, because we're strong and we're made to defeat anything and everything. And once you can control your mind, you can do anything. So let's all do this together. I love you. Hope you all have a great day. You know the drill. Be boundless. Talk to you soon.